Anyone shitting their pants yet? No, you're not going to really need coffee today. You really won't. United States men's national team is back, and it used to be something that used to bring me joy. I unfortunately I can't say it does bring me joy these days, but we're here, and hopefully, I mean, look, things change very quickly once you start winning, and I know it sucks when you look at this lineup and you see players like Ajiman and Arfston playing more specifically. The rest of the lineup are players that I like, am willing to see, or am okay with the rest of the player besides Arfston and Ajiman at this point. But it's like I want us to start winning to change the morale of this group. And also the worse this team does, the more like power and leverage Christian Pulisic, for example, has, which we're going to talk about Pulisic in a second. He had more to say. I wasn't going to talk about the whole Pulisic drama anymore, but Pulisic had something to say, had more to say, right, with the CBS interview. And which, by the way, Jimmy Conrad's a great guy. I met him at the TST. Very nice guy, but I didn't like the interview very much. It seems like a bunch of buddies talking to each other. And I'm not saying they should have been aggressive towards Christian, but I think they could have picked on him a bit more. There was a moment in the CBS interview where Tony Mayola seemed like he was going to really stick it to Pulisic and talk about that snarky Instagram post, but he kind of walked back. But I want to talk about that because I want to show what Pochettino had to say, which was actually quite interesting, and it makes you wonder how will that affect Christian Pulisic very soon. But before we get to that, here's the starting 11 for the United States. Matt Freese from the New York City FC MLS franchise, he'll start. I like this. I'm kind of tired of Matt Turner. Matt Turner has been terrible. He has been ass. He has been a complete disgrace for the national team lately. And Chris Pena, please stop spamming in the chat. Don't do it. Don't spam. If you spam, you're going to go to YouTube prison and you'll never get out. Never. It's true. So Matt Freese on goal. I'm okay with that. Let's give him a shot. Let's see what he can do. He's been good in Major League Soccer. Last season, he was very good too. So Matt Freese on goal. That's good. Alex Freeman. The other option is Nathan Harriel. You might as well give it to the U20 player, right? You might as well give it to Freeman at this point. And this is not my Orlando City bias. There's no bias for Orlando City. I'm more known as an Orlando City hater these days, but just start Freeman at this point for the Gold Cup. The defense has Chris Richards and Ream. Personally, I would have preferred if we just played Richards and McKenzie just so they can build chemistry, because I don't think we should be starting Tim Ream in the World Cup next year. But, I mean, it's not really something I'm going to complain about too much. Left back is Arfston, which is a bit weird. I need to check. As far as I know, John Token is available. Probably need to check that, but I thought John Token would be a better option. But apparently we're going for this brother right here, Arfston, once again. The double pivot in the midfield is Sebastian Berhalter and Luca De La Torre. These are two players that won't be in the 2026 roster, but if you want to play them, play them. Tyler Adams is not available, and Johnny's not available. So with those two not being available, Tyler is dealing with a foot injury, and Johnny has the flu. He has the flu, so Johnny's not available today. So you're going with De La Torre and Sebastian Berhalter, and I guess that's fine. Now, next up, we have Malik Tillman at the 10. Hopefully he steps up. We kind of need him to do that at some point for the U.S. men's national team. Diego Luna, that most certainly has to start with this roster. That is not even questionable. Jack McGlynn, that we saw him play as a right mid, right winger in the first game. Who do we play? Turkey, against Turkey. He scored a banger. Outside of that, didn't do jack shit. But it's okay. It's okay. McGlynn starting is definitely not a player I have an issue with, even though I don't know if Haji Wright's available. It's interesting that he's not starting on the wing, but whatever. And then up top, you have Ajiman, which I don't know. It seems like they're really trying to push for Ajiman to be in the World Cup. I just don't get it. It's just not going to happen. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen. This guy's first touch is abysmal. It's insane. His ball control is terrible. Finishing, I don't even know how to judge it, even though that one goal he scored, I believe it was in Nations League or whatever. Again, it wasn't really a good shot. But, hey, here's an opportunity for Ajiman to silence the haters, even though you have to take any good performance with a grain of salt. Everyone should play well against Trinidad and Tobago. And I understand some of the players might be afraid of Trinidad and Tobago. After all, It's two teams. It's Trinidad and Tobago. But you have to beat them and you have to completely dominate them because this is a team that likely won't even qualify for the World Cup. And if they were to play a World Cup, they most certainly would not get out of their group. With that said, this is an opponent that you have to completely outplay. Completely outplay. And even if you do so, any performance will and should be taken with a grain of salt. Any good performance. It's one of those games that you judge more poor performances instead of good performances. And I know I may just sound as a professional hater there, but it's true. It's true. It's very true. And Sam saying, tack with the positivity today. Look, I'll start being positive when we start winning. And listen, I'm going to have two games on. I'm going to have the U.S. men's national team game on, and I'm going to have the Palmeiras game on too. My team here, Palmeiras, that I'm wearing their jacket. For the Club World Cup, they play Porto. I hope they both win. I really hope I can finish this stream with Palmeiras with a W against Porto. They're playing at MetLife, New York or New Jersey. And the U.S. men's national team defeating Trinidad and Tobago, which should happen. JD saying, will score enough goals to cover up for all of Arfsten's mistakes. Arfsten is more of a winger just to begin with, right? So maybe even Arfsten will score a goal. But yeah, we're going to have to cover up for Arfsten there as the left back for some reason. And Carlo is saying, Pulisic should join Club America. He will man up if he joins Club America. I don't know, man. There's a lot of pressure in Europe. Here's the thing with Pulisic, just to make it clear. I don't think Christian Pulisic is soft. I think that's not the right term. I think he's entitled. You can't really be soft and make it at Milan, right? I don't think he's soft. I think soft might not be the right term to call Christian Pulisic. He's definitely entitled, and there's like some arrogance to him, but it's not good arrogance because he doesn't have the ability to back any type of arrogance. He's good, but he's not Cristiano Ronaldo or Kylian Mbappe, right? But he's definitely not soft. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made it there. Timothy W saying $25 with promotion wins $475 on Trinidad and Tobago win or draw. Easy money on FanDuel. $25 with promotion wins. But Timothy, I don't think we're going to lose or draw to Trinidad and Tobago. I think we're going to win today. I mean, I hope we win. We're in a 4-game losing streak. We really need to start winning here. We really need to start winning. I'm not betting money against the United States. I'm sorry. I just never do that. But hey, that's a good way to hedge, right? You put $25. If we lose, you just lose $25. I'm sure that's not going to hurt you that much. But if we win, you make almost $500, which that should be a lot for you. Should be a lot for all of us. I mean, I'll take $500 right now. Actually, I would take even $25 right now. That would be wonderful. Can give me a lot of tacos nearby, which, by the way, I finally found authentic tacos here in Tampa. It is true. I found authentic tacos in Tampa. Now, before we continue, I'm going to go through the other super chats very soon. We're going to put a quick word from the sponsor of this video, NordVPN. We'll be back in a minute, and you guys can just drop a like in the video before the ad plays. Right now, get those likes up. And if you have to, go to the bathroom, take a piss, a quick poop, right? If it's already coming out, it should be quick. And please wash your hands. We'll be back in a minute. You know, having a VPN is quite important these days because it'll protect your privacy, security by encrypting your data and your IP address. And you know what? It can also help prevent your Google search history from leaking. And that is why we are partnering up with NordVPN. Now listen, very often I travel to Brazil and the channel producer lives in Europe. We have to follow all these soccer games on different streaming services that don't really work outside of the United States. But with a VPN, you can set your location for the United States of America. And very often, it will work. At least it has for myself. And that allows me to watch the games we need and enjoy American content when located abroad. And today we have a special offer for you through NordVPN. Click the link in the description of this video and you will get 4 extra months on your 2-year plan, which technically means you get 4 free months in your 2-year plan. But they're not actually free, they're extra. Does that make any sense? It's also risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So click the link in the description of this video to get your special offer. And in the process, you'll be helping yourself and the channel. And thank you very much, NordVPN. Okay, who went to the bathroom here? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. We are back. We are back. And by the way, who's watching the Club World Cup? Let me see here in the chat. Who's watching the Club World Cup? Because we will be doing some live watch-alongs for a few games. Some of them will be in the Chapéu Football channel. If you guys don't know Chapéu Football, it's this channel right here. That will be more like Brazil streams, like Brazilian clubs. This channel that I put here on screen right now, Chapéu Football. You guys can look it up, and we'll share the streams. And then we'll do some streams here also on Tactical Manager TV for, I don't know, maybe MLS teams, something like that, I guess. That'll be Club World Cup. I think people are kind of watching it for the most part. I mean, look, I'll put it this way. I like the concept. I like the idea. And it's been enjoyable so far. The Inter Miami game yesterday was good. I'm going to watch Palmeiras play Porto today. Hopefully my Palmeiras wins. And let me go here through the super chats. Stephen Nagishi saying, the day Pulisic retires from the U.S. men's national team, we will celebrate. I'm still on the fence with Christian Pulisic. I think he is the best player we've ever had for the national team, but I do not like a lot of his attitude, comments, and just the way he behaves. It's not really the type of player that you want leading the national team. But in terms of like talent and ability, he's the best we've ever had, in my opinion. I don't think I would celebrate. I think that he has the 2026 World Cup to save his legacy. That's what at least with me, right? You guys do whatever you want. I'm not the voice of anyone. I just speak for myself. And then Rocco222 saying, even if we somehow win this Gold Cup, it doesn't mean much. None of these teams are going to do shit at the World Cup. No, it's just a big FU to like a lot of the players that didn't come to the Gold Cup, in Christian Pulisic, for example. That's what it is. I want us to win. I also want to make fun of Mexico. I haven't made fun of Mexico in a long time. Three fans are getting a little too arrogant, a little bit too cocky now. And so, again, I hope we win. We got to win. Like, in all seriousness, we really, 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 really need to win this Gold Cup, because it's been pretty depressing being a U.S. men's national team fan. And I know that the World Cup will come up and hopefully things change there. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, kind of tired of losing. Gabe the American, how you doing? He said, I'm at the match, pitch level. They confiscated my sign. Ton of empty seats. Great weather for bad soccer. Spot me in my Leeds jersey. Gabe, what did you have on your sign? Why did they take your sign? What did you have on it? Jeff Carey saying, I was watching tax videos while using my penis pump for my micro penis prob. Didn't you say you don't have a micro penis the other day, Jeff? You literally said it in the chat the other day. You sent a super chat saying you didn't have. Now you do. You got to make up your mind, man. Also, don't do any of that when you're watching my videos. I know a lot of you watch my videos while you're taking a shit, and that's as far as you should go, probably. Zach saying, I traveled to Atlanta from Tampa for Chelsea versus LAFC. I'm glad I chose that game instead of going to Texas for the embarrassing national team versus Saudi Arabia. Chelsea and LAFC, interesting game. Very good game right there. Maybe I should do a live watch-along for that one. I'm very interested in seeing how LAFC, which to me, out of the three teams that are in the three MLS teams that are in the Club World Cup, I think LAFC has the most potential to get more points. One, I think they're a little bit better. And two, there's the fact that they have one easier opponent than Inter Miami, and Seattle got a very tough group, by the way. So that's an interesting game. Maybe I'll do a live watch-along for that. That's an interesting one. Timothy W. saying, I think Pulisic is transitioning. Okay. Kyle saying, promo to the Escape channel, post USA World Cup 2026. I see. It's not the Escape channel. Look, I'm going to be honest. Lately, it's been, I'm mainly covering the U.S. men's national team lately. Because my commitment to you guys was to at least cover it. Actually, it was to cover it forever, but at least to cover for till the 2026 World Cup. But it has been pretty depressing to cover this team lately, to say the least, for quite some time, at least 2 years. Like if I could right now, I'd probably want to tune out from the national team for a month or two, and then just tune back on closer to the World Cup, like I know many fans are doing right now. And you guys, I think sometimes people forget I'm also a fan. I'm not working in big media. I'm not working on any of that. So, but we're going to continue to cover the national team. And as I said before, winning the Gold Cup will be a good way to get us excited once again. I understand that a lot of these players won't be in the World Cup, and it wouldn't matter too much because the opposition is not super strong. But I think for our morale, hype, and just for being happy for this team winning, it's important to win this Gold Cup. And I hope we do. I swear, I hope we win this World Cup. This Gold Cup. Sorry, not the World Cup. Well, I hope we win the World Cup, but that ain't happening. Danny's saying Panama owns you. Well, I have no argument against that right now. Brazilian Fury. I'm watching Palmeiras here too. Palmeiras and Porto. I have two screens on, the TV and the iPad, watching the U.S. men's national team, watching Palmeiras. It's going to be good. Tom Bayer. Tom, why are you awake, Tom? What time is it there? What time is it in Tokyo? Guys, Tom Bayer. What time is it in Tokyo right now? It's got to be, what, like 4 a.m.? It's got to be late. Got to be very, very late. DK57 is saying 1,000 likes, one U.S. men's national team goal. Yes, that is something that has been happening quite often for us. How many likes do we have in the video right now? Let me check. Right now, we have only 131. You guys are lucky I'm not willing to get canceled here. I should be cursing the living shit out of all of you. 131? We have like 800 people here in the chat. How do we not have 500? By the way, do you guys know about the Tactical Manager 69 auction? So the auction ends tomorrow. The Tactical Manager jersey auction ends tomorrow, Monday, at 2:47 p.m. Eastern time. Right now, it's at $160. $160 right now. The Tactical Manager 69 jersey. That's an auction, by the way. It's crazy how this jersey is selling for more than many professional clubs. Tactical Manager just wants to milk the shit out of this and make a lot of money. I'm essentially run like an MLS franchise. Just trying to milk the shit out of this team. It is a beautiful jersey, by the way. It's a Tactical Manager Nigeria-inspired jersey. It's a beautiful jersey, and it has a channel favorite, the number 69 right there. High quality. If you guys want it, the auction... Oh, now it's 162. Someone just made a bid. It's at 162.50 right now. Someone just made another bid. Let me know in the chat, how much do you guys think this is going to go for? It ends tomorrow, so good luck to everyone that's trying to buy it. By the way, only one of these was produced, so there's only one. If you buy it, you're the only one that has this white 69 jersey, and no one wore it. Neither have I. Neither have I. And if you want me to sign it, I'll sign it. But if I sign it, it's probably going to be worth less. So you probably don't want me to sign it. I probably shouldn't sign it. So both teams are on the field. Same thing goes for Palmeiras. We're going to be watching both games here today for the live watch-along. The U.S. men's national team versus Trinidad in a completely empty stadium here. We're playing in San Jose, right? We're playing in San Francisco. PayPal. Yeah, we're playing at PayPal Park. So the stadium is completely empty for the U.S. men's national team. It's actually quite embarrassing, but we've grown accustomed. So we play against Trinidad and Tobago that is ranked 100 in the FIFA rankings. 100. That's a pretty bad team right there. Stephen Agishi saying, will Pochettino get fired? If so, who should replace him? I don't think he'll get fired. I don't know if we can afford to fire him. And I also don't know what needs to happen for Pochettino to get fired, right? I don't know. If he was fired or he left for whatever reason, probably Pellegrino Materazzo would be the safest option right now. I would say probably Pellegrino Materazzo. He's American. He has experience at a very high level in Europe. So that would be my guess. That would be my guess. Pellegrino Materazzo. MB is saying, fuck, marry, or kill Pochettino, Greg, and Breck Shea. Look, I don't play for that team, man. So wouldn't really F or marry any of them. And I'm also not for murdering any of them. I'm going to pass, but you guys in the chat, let me check the chat. Why don't you guys play this game? The fuck, marry, kill with Pochettino, Greg, and Breck Shea. You guys let me know. And Palmeiras game just started. Palmeiras and Porto. That game has already started. The U.S. men's national team is about to start. They're playing the national anthem still. Obviously, we're going to start delayed. Obviously delayed. They're saying, Noah's saying, good luck to Palmeiras in the United States. Thank you. Thank you very much. And hopefully Palmeiras and the U.S. pull a win here. Palmeiras is playing Porto in New York, and the United States men's national team is playing Trinidad in California, all the way on the West Coast. Joseph Garza saying, did you see Colin Coherd with Alexi Lalas talking about soccer? No, I'm not. Joseph, I don't know if it was interesting, but Usually his shows are shit. So I'm sorry. No, I didn't watch it. Did they say anything interesting? I don't know, but I haven't, and I'm not criticizing you for watching it. I mean, people. He has a big audience, so a lot of people watch him. Frank Castor saying Pete has explosive diarrhea, no doubt. Yes. Unfortunately, Pete is not here once again today because he has massive explosive diarrhea. He sent me pictures this time because I didn't believe him. He sent me pictures. It looked nasty. It looked terrible. It looked like a murder scene, the whole explosive diarrhea, like a crime scene essentially. But instead of red, it was brown and a little greenish. A little greenish. I don't know why. It looked nasty. It was pretty bad. Oh, Porto almost scored. Shit. That's not a good start for Palmeiras. Porto almost scored early. And Zach saying, do you think you'll go to a World Cup game? Zach, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. We're 1 year away. And I have the TST next year and the World Cup coverage. There's a lot going on that might make it tough for me to go to a World Cup game. So I don't know right now. I honestly don't know. And Gabe had his sign removed and he said, I care more than Pulisic. Subscribe to One Leads. Why did they take that? What is wrong with your sign? You're not. Are we getting censored now to saying that we care more than Christian Pulisic? Look, if you're going to the stadium to watch this game, you most certainly care more than Christian Pulisic. So, but Pulisic said that this is the most important thing in his life. It's the national, not the most important thing in his life. He said he just cares about it so much. Owen saying to come to the Seattle Sounders Stadium. That's a little far, man. We're literally almost as far as it can get in the United States. You're in Seattle. I'm all the way in Florida. It's like edge to edge. Okay, the United States game still hasn't started. It's 6:05. It's already 5 minutes delayed. And I'm watching Palmeiras play right now. Porto Palmeiras is in possession here of Porto. And guys watching Palmeiras also, watch out for Estevão. Brilliant player that's heading to Chelsea this summer. Damian Downs, for anyone that's asking, apparently he has the flu, just like Johnny. He has the flu. That's why Damian Downs is not there. And how many likes do we have in the video right now? We have, let me see. Did we already surpass 500 likes? We have to try to hit 1,000 at some point. Let's see. We're at 237. Let's try to get those likes to at least 300 before the game starts. The game's about to start. What I hate about Trinidad and Tobago's name is that it's so long that the screen is not it's not centered. Do you guys see it? It doesn't look centered, but that's just because Trinidad and Tobago's name is so freaking long. They should just put TNT. They're saying the Palmeiras game is not on TV in the United States. You can just get the DAZN app, right? The DAZN, whatever. It's free. It's free in the United States, isn't it? Or am I wrong? FMK, Netanyahu, Trump, and Pulisic. Oh boy, I'm staying out of this one, guys. I'm pleading the fifth on this one. I'm staying quiet about this one here. You guys go ahead. Netanyahu, Trump, or Pulisic. I'm out of this one. I have the right to remain silent, and I shall use it. You guys have fun with this one. Yeah, see, the DAZN website is free, and you can watch all Club World Cup games there. It's free. It's free. Okay, so next up here, the United States game's about to start. The U.S. will start the ball with Diego Luna in the middle of the field. Palmeiras and Porto still 0-0 in case anyone gives a crap about that game. And don't forget, we will be doing a stream at Chapelle Football for the Club World Cup. So subscribe to Chapelle Football. Who here is subscribed to Chapelle Football? That channel's been growing fast, man. I think it's because Brazil is just a bigger niche. So we're covering Brazil in English. And that channel is just freaking growing. It's just growing. WST Pitchbot tack out. You're probably referring to the TST. I fired myself in the TST. I am fired. We're hiring a big-time coach, and we're winning that shit next year. Tactical manager has been fired by tactical manager himself. That is accountability right there. When you fire yourself, that's what real men do. They fire themselves. Okay, free kick here for the United States. Diego Luna got fouled. I'm at second, 57, 58, 59. I'm at minute 1 right now. Minute 1. Diego Luna got fouled. It's a semi-dangerous free kick for the U.S. men's national team. Not super dangerous, a little dangerous. Like a little dangerous. And WST Pitchbot is right. You guys got to put the bids on that jersey. Otherwise, I can't pay rent this month. I don't pay rent. I can't do streams. There's no Wi-Fi if I'm living in the streets. S27 is saying, do you think Palmeiras will beat Miami easily? I don't think that Palmeiras will beat Miami easily. Miami actually kind of surprised me yesterday in the second half with Awali, right? The first half for Miami was abysmal. They were terrible. Palmeiras is definitely a better team than Inter Miami. But from what I saw with Miami, especially if they play the same way they played in the second half, it should be a tough game. It should be a tough game. Okay, free kick here for Palmeiras. Now back to the United States. We're playing it with the back three in the build-up. No, Tim Ream is just slowly walking back. Old man Tim Ream. Diego Luna with the ball. Back to Tim Ream. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Finds Chris Richards. Julian Viva saying, hey, Tack, just arrived. Did you see what Pochettino said about Pulisic's comment? Yes. He said players don't need to understand. Players need to listen and stick with our plan. That's what he said. That's what Pochettino said. And I get where he's coming from. It's going to be interesting how this relationship goes forward with Christian Pulisic. The thing is, Christian Pulisic probably won't do anything about it, and Pochettino won't do anything as well. He's going to keep calling Pulisic, and Pulisic will continue to play. And to be honest, looking at our player pool, can we really afford to not call up Christian Pulisic? No, we need to call him up. So it doesn't really matter. Kylo is saying Chappelle pays tax rent, not Tactical Manager TV. 100,000 views is crazy. Yeah, the Chappelle football channel gets a lot more views than here. That's for sure. We got 100,000 views on the previous video. We already got a video that got like 60,000, 30,000. That channel does a lot better than this one. That's for sure. And it continues to grow pretty damn fast. Unlike the USMNT. But you guys see, I keep covering the US men's national team, and I'm going to keep doing it regardless. It's the US men's national team is a weird one for me, right? They make me fucking hate them, but I can't stop watching them. I just can't stop watching them, no matter how much I hate them. They keep making me hate them. They piss me off every time they play, but I can't stop watching them. It's a very toxic relationship. I should probably see a psychiatrist or something. But anyhow, Jack McGlynn playing out wide down the right like a right midfielder. Diego Luna floating through the middle. Sebastian Berhalter. Okay, that's a good ball. Aguiman, he missed. He missed the target. Oh my goodness. I don't even think I can criticize Aguiman right there. I thought it was a good play. Who had that back heel pass? Who provided the back heel? Was it Tillman? Yeah, it was Tillman. Tillman with a beautiful back heel pass. Aguiman somehow gets a decent first touch. Not the best one, but not a terrible one. And then the finish, he misses the target. Joseph Garcia, what happened with the stream the other day? Well, that stream that I was going to do about the Pulisic drama, StreamYard was down that day, so I couldn't do it. And then I had to cancel it. And then, it was a day later, and I just didn't feel like doing it anymore. I just rested. But StreamYard is the software that we use for streaming, like we're using right now, and it was down. Steven is saying Pulisic will boycott the U.S. men's national team until Pochettino's gone. I doubt it, Steven. I doubt that he would ruin his odds of playing in the 2026 World Cup. I truly doubt it. Tyler Adams is dealing with a foot injury, Alex. That's why he's not available. And Johnny Cardoso has the flu, so that's why he's not available today. Zach saying, isn't it funny how the United States play Haiti at the AT&T Stadium? Why is it funny? The United States play Haiti at the AT&T Stadium. I actually don't get the joke. I don't get it. They're saying, "Do you speak Portuguese?" Yes, I speak fluent Portuguese. I can actually do Portuguese commentary if you guys want to. I can do Portuguese commentary, but we probably have to hit like, I don't know, if we hit like 700 likes, I'll do like 30 seconds of Portuguese commentary if we hit like 700. Right now we are at 300 likes. If we hit like 500, I'll do some Portuguese commentary if you guys give a crap. Oh, because it's an 85,000 person stadium. Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna we'll get like, okay, shot, okay, blocked. Was that Sebastian Berhalter? That shot was going on target. Good shot. Good shot. That was going on target. Sebastian Berhalter. Tack, is it true that you're 6'3"? I cannot confirm or deny those rumors. Maybe I am 6'3", maybe not. I am taller than Tom Cruise. I've made that clear multiple times. I am taller than Tom Cruise. Okay? That is 100% factual. I am taller and better looking than Tom Cruise. McGlynn with the set piece right here. Corner kick that's cleared by Trinidad and Tobago. And Tillman with the ball. Back to Arfston. And Arfston goes all the way back to all the way back to Turner now. Matt Turner. I'm not 4'9". How tall is Tom Cruise? I'm taller than him. Let me see. Tom Cruise height. Tom Cruise is 5'7". I'm taller than Tom Cruise. I am 100% taller than Tom Cruise. That is factual. No one can argue with that. Taller and better looking than him. Kyle is saying, Tack in the United States, man and toxic girl keep falling for it. It is a toxic relationship, but hopefully we start winning and things start to get better. Malik Tillman. Tillman finds Jack McGlynn. McGlynn passed it straight to the player from Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know how he got those jerseys confused. One's wearing white, the other one's wearing red. Why are we not wearing the same home jerseys as the U.S. women's national team? They got beautiful kits. The one that's like inspired. What the heck's going on? This Trinidad player is just blowing by everyone. And then Freeman with the tackle. That'll be a goal kick for the United States. The U.S. women's national team has the jersey that was inspired in the 1994 World Cup, and they're beautiful jerseys. I don't know why the U.S. men's national team is just wearing this white one. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Am I taller than Bruno Mars? For sure. How tall is Bruno Mars? He's got to be like, what, 5'3"? Bruno Mars height. Bruno Mars is 5'5" on high heels. So I'm definitely taller than Bruno. Bruno Mars is shorter than Tom Cruise. He's shorter than Tom Cruise. He's a very short guy. Very talented, but short guy. One of the smallest guys in the United States of America, actually, Bruno Mars. Some might say he's like top 5. I don't know like grown men that are shorter than Bruno Mars. I don't know a single one, actually. I do know one that's taller than Tom Cruise, though. I'm not going to name him, but I know one. Okay, the United States with the ball here. Freeman back to Chris Richards. He finds Tim Ream. Tim Ream with the ball. And can you just, like, guys, if you don't move the ball faster than that, the defense will always recompose, and then it becomes very easy to mark the United States. We're very slow in possession. What the fuck was that from Sebastian Berhalter? And now Arfston finds, now McGlynn is now through the middle. At least it's a very fluid team. Arfston, and he just, I don't know what Arfston is doing. And here comes Trinidad, and Tim Ream recovers the ball. Trinidad is a really bad team. You can kind of see it right away. There's no technical ability here in this team. There's just effort, the power of friendship, and more effort. Like, there's no quality with this Trinidad team. It's going to be very hard for them to score. The question is, when will we score? Diego Luna straight to the Trinidad goalkeeper. Straight to the Trinidad goalkeeper. 6'3", possibly. I'm possibly 6'3". I never really measured how tall I am, but I think it's plausible to say that I'm 6'3". It wouldn't be like too crazy to say that. It wouldn't be too crazy. Something around that. You might have to round it up for me to be 6'3", but that's pretty close. It's very close. Okay, back here to the game. United States with the ball. Freeman finds Tim Ream. I love the fact that the playmakers of our team very often are the center backs. And now Diego Luna comes to get the ball and passes it all the way back to Chris Richards. Like, Chris Richards, make something happen. Chris Richards and Ream, can you guys make something happen? Like, do they understand that if they move the ball a bit faster one way or another, you are going to disorganize the opponent with the ball rather than just being so slow in possession that Trinidad can set and get organized. And here comes Arston. He's really good. Oh, Arston with the cross, and Ajiman almost scores a header. Those XGs are going up. Berhalter has a boner right now for this team. The XGs are going up. Sorry, I didn't want to be vulgar right there. I'll try to use... Oh, okay, I'll change it. Berhalter's salivating right now looking at these XGs. Good play here from Arston. The header was all right. The header was all right. Okay. The audio is so off. You mean off like I'm not synchronized with the game? I'm at minute 11:55, 11:56, 11:57, 11:58, 11:59, 12. I'm minute 12 right now. I might be... Oh, Palmeiras almost conceded. Porto, saved by Weverton. Palmeiras is playing like complete crap. Complete crap. Is Mackwell taller than me? Now that you're saying that, I don't remember. I was with him last week in the TST. I don't remember if Mackwell's taller than me or not. I actually don't remember. If he's taller than me, then he's also taller than Tom Cruise. Good for him. Okay, McGlynn with the ball. Tries to find Diego Luna, blocked by the Trinidad and Tobago player, and that'll go for a throw-in. Throw-in for the United States. Oh, the Fox feed is off. Oh, I have the game on mute. I have both games on mute. The Palmeiras game and the U.S. men's national team game. Both are muted right now. And here comes the United States again with our center backs as playmakers. And here comes Ajiman. What the heck was that cross, man? Or was that Tillman? Was that Ajiman or Truman? I can't figure it out right now. What channel is the Palmeiras game? You got to just go to the DAZN website. DAZN website, and you can watch the Palmeiras game. DAZN website. It's free. Like, they have all the Club World Cup games there at the DAZN website. It's free. And if you guys just tuned in, make sure to drop a like in this video. And this one is brought to you by NordVPN. The link to download with a special offer is in the description of this video. Go get your VPN so that your Google search history does not leak. Okay? That's the only reason you would need a VPN. I can't really think of any other reason. There's actually a few others. Tillman, bad pass through the middle, but Luna is still going to get it. Luna finds Arston. Why is Arston there? And actually, Sebastian Berhalter is out wide. At least our team is very fluid, right? We look very fluid. Diego Luna cleared by the Trinidad and Tobago. We need to get a goal, dude, because the longer the game goes like this, the worse it's going to get. Trinidad's going to continue to bunker. They're going to start CONCACAFing, wasting time. And my worst nightmare here is not losing to Trinidad. We're not going to lose to Trinidad. We're not going to lose to them. But my worst nightmare is literally just like ending in a 0-0 draw. Because the next game is Saudi Arabia. And as much as I like to make fun of them and they're not the greatest team, they can easily make it tough for us. Stephen Agishi is saying you need to start calling him Barfston. No, just keep calling him Arfston from now. This Arfston guy, he's looked good at a few moments in this game going forward, but he ain't tricking me. He ain't fooling me, man. I've seen Arfston in his final form. I've seen it before. He ain't tricking me today with a little nice move and a little nice cross. I ain't falling for this bullshit here. Productive Grind Academy is saying, I'll be at Mexico versus Costa Rica next week. I've seen Mexico and Costa Rica live. Curious to how you think. I can't see the flags. What is the... Oh, Saudi Arabia versus Trinidad and Tobago will perform in this tournament. Well, it's an interesting... Oh, the United States scored. I missed the goal. Hold on. Who scored? I missed the goal. I missed a goal. We're finally winning. Malik Tillman. Malik Tillman gives the United States the lead. Let me see. Ball goes in, cuts back, cross. Tillman settles. Good finish. Hey, nice goal. Nice goal. Nice goal. Good press. Trinidad sucks. Ajiman recovers it. He finds McGlynn. McGlynn, nice cut. He crosses it, and Tillman with a nice composed finish. (1-0) for the U.S. men's national team. 1-0. It's actually kind of important for Tillman to score this goal and Tillman get it going. Tillman getting it going this summer will actually be quite important for the United States. That is something that we can definitely build upon if it happens. If Tillman has a fantastic Gold Cup to build his confidence with the U.S. men's national team and all of that, it'll be kind of important on the long term because Tillman could be a starter for us in the World Cup. That can very much happen, right? If he's playing like he plays for PSV. And I'm pretty sure this is Tillman's first goal with the U.S. men's national team. Now, to your question, Productive Grind Academy, how do I think Saudi Arabia will perform this tournament? I think they'll get out of the group, but I think they're very likely to lose to the first, like Canada, Mexico, one of these CONCACAF teams that have more quality than them. They're going to do something. I think they'll do similar to Qatar in 2021, where Qatar lost to the U.S. in like the semifinals. That's what I think Saudi Arabia will do. I don't think they'll have an embarrassing tournament. They'll definitely get out of the group stage. And depending on how they go, the problem is now that I'm thinking about it, if Saudi Arabia finishes in second, I believe they play Mexico in the quarterfinals, and I don't really see Saudi Arabia knocking out Mexico. I don't see that happening. Sebastian Berhalter, Arston cuts inside. Oh my goodness, what did saved. This Trinidad team is pretty freaking bad, man. Pretty bad. Okay. 18 is Arfston, by the way. For anyone that was asking there in the chat, number 18 is Arfston. McGlynn delivers, cleared by the Trinidad defense. Do you guys know what's the part-time job that the players at Trinidad and Tobago have? These are definitely not professional players. These are definitely not professional. These are players that would struggle to make it to my TST team. Even though a tournament with $1 million has some pretty freaking good players. Like they had ballers there, but okay. Actually, that was a nice finish from Tillman. I don't know why people were saying lucky. That was a very nice finish from Malik Tillman. Jeff Carey saying the limbo dance. What its low bar bending movements originated in Trinidad and Tobago. You're saying the limbo dance came from Trinidad and Tobago? Are you sure? Okay, you might have researched that before saying something. Connor is saying, I wish Busio was here. Yeah, I don't know why Gianluca Busio was not called in. That's an interesting one to me. Tanner Tessman was also not called in, as far as I know. I honestly don't know why they weren't called in. I don't know. And the United States won, Trinidad and Tobago 0. And this Trinidad team is completely harmless. I look, no disrespect to this Trinidad team, but I can't see them scoring this game. I just can't see it. Mr. Krabs saying, Tack, Pokemon or Digimon? Pokemon. I love Digimon. I like Digimon a lot, but Pokemon. Easy. I don't even really have to think about it. Is that Berhalter's kid? Yes, Sebastian Berhalter's playing in the midfield of the U.S. He's number 8. Ajiman, a terrible pass from Ajiman to Diego Luna. Terrible pass. When are we gonna just accept the fact that Ajiman ain't it? Just ain't it. Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh? Pokemon, guys. Pokemon reigns supreme. That's why it's much more popular than all these. It has to be Pokemon. Okay, Arfston on defense. That's one thing you don't like to see. Arfston struggling on defense against a Trinidad player. Name one Pokemon? That's too easy, man. You want me to name 300? I can name 300 Pokemons. Pikachu, Raichu, Charizard, Charmander, Blastoise, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Venusaur, Bulbasaur, Mewtwo, Mew, Lugia, Ho-Oh, Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, Cyndaquil. Okay, I can keep doing it forever. Arfston just can't defend. No, Arfston can't defend, dude. Do you know the Poke Rap? Yes, I do know the Poke Rap, but I ain't rapping. I'm not a good rapper, but I do know the Poke Rap. If you know the Poke Rap, you're probably like somewhere between 28 to 33, 34, maybe 35 years old, if you know the Poke Rap. Okay, Chris Richards with the ball. Switches it. That's going to be Arfston. Arfston keeps it in. Diego Luna settles. No, Arfston did not keep it in, but honestly, that was a bad ball from Richards. Palmeiras and Porto still 0-0 here in the Club World Cup. Kind of hoping Palmeiras can pull a win here, because if Palmeiras pulls a win, I'm probably going to go to Miami to watch Palmeiras and Inter Miami. Is anyone going to go to that game? Palmeiras and Inter Miami next Monday? Not this Monday, like tomorrow, like the other one. By next Monday, I don't mean literally the next Monday. I mean the other Monday, like the other one. Trinidad and Tobago with the ball, 22 minutes and 54 seconds. Tack makes us all Blastoise. What? I showed you guys my Pokemon collection behind me. Joseph, I didn't get the joke. And then AAK say, it hurts to see me Luna quick passes wasted by Ajiman. Yeah, some players don't seem to be in tune with Luna. Luna's been doing fine, been doing well. McGlynn, Tillman, Arfston. Okay. Arfston is like shit on defense. And when he goes to offense, it still looks like he's on defense. The problem with Ajiman is Pochettino is just going to continue to keep giving him opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And when it happens, he'll eventually end up scoring against like very mediocre to poor competition. And then all of a sudden the dude locks in a spot. We've seen this with Jesus Ferreira in the past. Okay, Tim Ream with the ball once again. 24 minutes and 20 seconds here. And Palmeiras is really struggling against Porto right now. Wouldn't say a terrible performance, but definitely Porto's the better side. Quite clearly. Oh, Luna! 1v1, he wasted. And Ajiman with the bad pass back. That'll be to Arfston, and he's dispossessed. Sebastian Berhalter lobs it in. And that'll be a corner for the U.S. men's national team. Corner for the U.S. men's national team, 25 minutes here into the game. Will I do a vlog if I go? Probably not. Probably not. If I go, I want to enjoy the game, and vlogs kind of destroy the experience. It destroys the experience. And if you guys kindly could smash the like button, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much, everyone that tuned in. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. We have 400 likes. We can probably hit 500. The Tactical Manager jersey is actually at $171 now. Surprised people wanted it so bad. Isn't Palmeiras playing? Yes, Palmeiras is playing Porto, and it's 0-0. I have both games on. Okay. And it seems like the Trinidad player is down. He's down. I don't think he's ever recovering from this. I'm no doctor, but it doesn't look like this guy's ever getting up in his life. It might just be the heat. Is anyone from San Francisco? How hot is it in San Francisco right now? It can't be as bad as Florida. As a proud Florida man, you can put me outside at 100-degree weather, massive humidity, and I'm fine. I can deal with it just fine. And here comes, wow, and I'm looking at the MetLife Stadium right now. It kind of looks packed. I mean, I have to look if they have the upper stands also packed, but holy crap. For Palmeiras and Porto, that's quite remarkable. Let me look up tickets for Palmeiras versus Inter Miami in Miami. Let me look up tickets. Let's see. The cheapest tickets are $118, and they're probably nosebleed seats. Let me see. Yeah, they're bad seats. You can get decent seats for like $200 each. That's expensive. I guess you can get decent seats for $185. I don't know if I'm going to go because I also have to drive to Miami. That's going to be a lot of work. Tack, Carlos Alcaraz, your twin, won the French Open. Who said he's my twin? Maybe we're the same person. Maybe I'm the one winning all these tennis tournaments out all over the world. Have you guys ever seen me and Carlos in the same room? Have you guys seen Carlos next to Tom Cruise? Is he taller than Tom Cruise? Maybe I'm Carlos. Maybe Carlos is myself. Who knows? Carlos is definitely also taller than Tom Cruise. I'm 100% sure. Eric Saul is saying Argentines on Twitter are saying the Portuguese league is better than the Brazilian Farmers League. Also, I think the Portuguese accent is better. The Portuguese accent is definitely not better than Brazilian Portuguese accent. The Brazilian accent is much better. Now, in terms of which league is better, it's hard to know. Benfica is definitely richer than any Brazilian club. There's more parity in Brazil, and there's probably better teams mid-table, but I'd say probably the top teams in Portugal might be better. But again, Palmeiras and Porto are playing today, and we're finding out a lot. Cross goes in. Richards, header over the crossbar. 28 minutes and 30 seconds. Still 1-0 for the United States. Miguel saying, what could Pochettino possibly see with Arfston and Ajiman? I don't know, man. It beats the living crap out of me. I don't know. Arfston is horrendous defending and pretty mediocre going forward. Now, Ajiman, he just kind of sucks in general. I don't know. These are probably the only two players that actually have an issue. Is Sebastian Berhalter actually somewhat okay? Sebastian Berhalter is not a bad player. He's not a bad player. Probably not what we would want with the national team, with the A squad, but he's not a bad player, Sebastian Berhalter. Like I said, Ajiman and Arfston are the two weak links in this team. Berhalter's not a bad player. Jeff Carey saying the Rose Bowl attendance for PSG versus Atletico Madrid in the Club World Cup was 80,000 people. No, it was packed. And PSG destroyed Atletico Madrid. Destroyed. It was actually impressive. They destroyed Atletico Madrid. I was quite impressed once again. PSG has been incredible for quite some time, actually. All right. Ajiman trying to win it. And he fouls the Trinidad player. Ajiman, good job. 445 likes. Can we get to 500, please? Can you guys just do it right now? Like, I got to stop asking, but I won't because you guys don't do it unless I beg. Pochettino seems a bit frustrated. We're winning. It's been a bit ugly, but we're winning. Damian Downs is sick. He has the flu. Respect the Dominican Republic. No, the Dominican Republic was quite impressive. And their winger, Peter, that plays for Getafe, incredible left-footed right winger. Incredible player. All right, that ball from Freeman goes straight to the Trinidad player. Straight to the Trinidad player. Now, watching Palmeiras here, Palmeiras now has a free kick against Porto. Arfston to, I think that's McGlynn. I'm watching it on the iPad, so I'm getting some of the guys confused because I haven't memorized their numbers yet. Number 16 is Freeman. That I'm certain of. Tim Ream. 31 minutes and 20 seconds. Arfston. Tim Ream once again. Yeah, what you guys are saying in the chat is like slow decision making. That seems to be the U.S. men's national team in possession every time, whether it's the A team or the B team. For some reason, we are super slow in possession, and we allowed the opposition to, just get the defensive structure set, and then it becomes very tough to break a low block or even just a defensive block in general. It doesn't even matter if it's a low block. I'm rewatching here the goal. It was really bad defending from Trinidad. Like really, 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 really bad defending. Sure, we punished them, and you got to punish them when it happens, but really bad defending. Tim Ream to Malik Tillman. Back to Chris Richards. Out wide to Freeman. Down the right side. Finds McGlynn. Good ball from Jack McGlynn. Freeman's going to get a clean cross here. Cross goes in, and it's blocked. That was Sebastian Berhalter with the finish. That's going to be a corner kick for the United States. Jeff Carey say, Tack, do you have any TST underwear for sale? I do not, Jeff. I don't have any TST underwear for sale. Just the 69 jersey. No underwear. Nick is also saying, I live in central New Jersey. There's a big Portuguese community here and a Brazilian one. That's only a bit smaller. I'm not surprised there's a good crowd. Yeah, I mean, the MetLife Stadium is huge. And I mean, it is located in New Jersey. And I wonder if they sold out. Like, I can't see how the upper ring is right now, but it looks sold out. Palmeiras and Porto. I'm quite surprised, actually. Okay, and here comes actually Palmeiras now with Estevão. Estevão out wide to Piqueires. Cross goes in, cleared by Porto. Palmeiras looking a bit dangerous lately now. Now the United States, because corner kick for Palmeiras. The United States the ball. Jack McGlynn, good ball to Luna. Luna. Oh, that's a dangerous tackle there from the Trinidad player hitting Freeman. That's got to be a card. That's got to be a card. I think Freeman's all right, but that was a nasty tackle. Should be all right. Should be all right. He's getting up. He's fine. I mean, we could give them a red. Here's the thing about this game, about the U.S. I don't think we're at danger of not winning this game. I'm sorry. I just can't see Trinidad and Tobago. I can't see them scoring. I'm sorry. There's no quality in this team. I can't see them. I'm not trying to bash Trinidad. I'm trying to respect them, but there's just no quality. So I just can't see it happening, man. I just can't see it. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing us. Hopefully. Carlos saying boring. Bring in Alejandro Zendeja's hat trick by now. Yeah, I thought Alejandro Zendeja should have been here, especially considering the fact that Club America is not in the Club World Cup. They're not in the Club World Cup. Okay, free kick for the United States. Palmeiras also almost scored here with Estevão. McGlynn delivered and Freeman? Who headed that ball? It was Freeman. Good header, but saved by the Trinidad goalkeeper. Good header. Freeman has looked good. Sure, the opponent sucks, but it just proves the point that he needs to be starting every single Gold Cup game, Freeman. Do not start Nathan Harrio. Keep starting Freeman. Let's keep giving him a look. Keep giving him a look. J.G. McLovin, did you watch the Mexico game? Yes, I watched Mexico versus Dominican Republic. It was a good game. Good game also. And the Dominican Republic actually kind of surprised me of how well they played. They made it tough. It did seem like Mexico was under control. And I mean, the 2 goals that Edson Alvarez scored, mostly mistakes from Trinidad. But the right winger that Dominican Republic has, Peter, the guy that plays for Getafe, really good player. Really good player. Chris Richards to Freeman. Jack McGlynn. Tillman, McGlynn. Switch it. We got to move the ball a little bit faster than that, guys. We're too freaking slow in possession every time. It gives me freaking anxiety. Move it a bit faster. And here comes Trinidad. Again, no quality. They're not going to do anything. There's not enough quality to punish the United States, Trinidad. And Matt Freese. What's unfortunate today is that I really wanted to see Matt Freese get tested. He's not really going to be tested today, but we should keep starting him throughout the Gold Cup. There's no reason to start Matt Turner anymore in the Gold Cup. We know what Matt Turner can do and can't do, which nowadays it's mostly the things he can't do. I don't think he can do much these days. Is Trinidad worse than Haiti? Look, I haven't seen Haiti play in the Gold Cup yet, so I don't really have a set opinion. It's probably very similar levels. Saudi Arabia should be the second best team in this group. Saudi Arabia shouldn't be too bad. Michael's saying, thoughts on USMNT transfer so far this summer. So what transfers have we had? We had Musa go to Napoli, which is freaking weird. The dude failed and flopped at Milan. And then he goes to Napoli, which is a better team right now. But Musa is going to Milan. What's the other transfer that we had? There was one more. Can you guys remind me? What am I forgetting? Matt Turner to Lyon, right? To Olympique Lyon. I'm pretty sure Matt Turner went there to Lyon. And what's the other transfer? I think I'm missing one. Turner to Lyon. Johnny's going to go to Atletico Madrid. The deal's almost done. That should be announced within the next few weeks. And I think that's it. Turner, Musa, and then Johnny to Atletico. Those are the transfers that happened so far this summer. Then I have to see Gio Reyna. I mean, look, the Musa transfer, I don't get it. Hopefully he gets playing time. I honestly don't get it. Matt Turner, to me, is a weird one, too. With the ambitions that Lyon has, I don't see Matt Turner being a starter. They're going to have to sign someone. I know they're losing Lucas Perry. That's a really good goalkeeper. He's leaving, but I don't get it. And in terms of Johnny to Atletico, that's a tough move for Johnny, but I know Diego Simeone really wants this move. Hopefully Johnny plays. But playing under Simeone is going to help Johnny develop quite a bit. Gio Reyna, I don't know. Gio Reyna is with Borussia Dortmund right now. Gio Reyna is with Borussia Dortmund right now, which is very odd to me that he hasn't left yet. Very strange. Okay, goal kick here. All right, we're at 499 likes. So if you guys could kindly get those likes to 600 before halftime, I'm just going to, what if I just keep saying like until you guys hit like? I just say, or I just make some very annoying noise until you guys hit the like button. Josh Sargent. Sargent is still with Norwich. There's no update on Josh Sargent. He's still with Norwich. So we don't know. 500, baby. Good. We hit 500 likes. That's good. That's very good. All right. United States with the ball. Matt Freese to Chris Richards. 40 minutes. United States 1, Trinidad 0. Not an outstanding performance. It's more just like Trinidad's really bad and the U.S. is not great, but we're less worse. And Palmeiras and Porto 0-0. Porto started off better, but I thought Palmeiras has done a better job in the past few minutes. Okay, Diego Luna, he's through. This might be number 2. Luna, and that's a goal. Tillman with a brace. Tillman brace. Have we found our new pirate of the Caribbean? He has a brace versus Trinidad and Tobago. We might have found the new pirate of the Caribbean. I think the U.S. men's national team has found their new pirate. Good ball from Diego Luna. And Tillman with another easy finish. Easy finish. 2-0. Like I said, this game was never at risk, and it's not at risk. This is going to be very easy. And this is actually important because, as I said, Tillman getting it going this summer will be very important for the U.S. men's national team long term. At least it looks like we are going to have enough lessons for the 7 things we learn tomorrow. We're going to have enough lessons. Let's see. Andrew's saying, "Holy shit, Trinidad and Tobago sucks ass." No, they're a pretty bad team. They're, to say, being very generous, they're really, 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 really bad. They're really bad. It's what I said before. Like, there's no way they score a goal this game. They just don't have the quality. They're not as bad as Auckland that we watched today, the New Zealand team. So Palmeiras and Porto are going to go to halftime with a 0-0 draw. And the U.S. men's national team with 2 minutes to go, we'll go to halftime with a 2-0 lead. I like how Pochettino's like celebrating this so much. I mean, probably a relief, right? If he did, the thing is, this Trinidad team is so bad. There's absolutely no way we wouldn't get the win today. I was a little scared when it was 0-0 just for the game to end 0-0, but there's no way. This is over. And now it's all about, let's just try to get more goals, because here's the thing. We could end up tying. Oh, Luna, beautifully done. Beautifully done. It's a goal. Luna. Beautifully done by Diego. Got a little lucky with the deflection. Not going to lie. Got a little bit lucky, but that's a beautiful play from Diego Luna. Beautiful, beautiful play. Let me see the replay of what happened. Tillman switches it. Beautiful switch from Tillman to Luna. Luna gets the ball, blows by the opponent. Beautiful skill move. Shoots it. Is that Ajiman's goal? I think that's Ajiman's goal. That was Ajiman that scored, wasn't it? Well, I'm pretty sure that Ajiman scored that. I'm 99% certain that Luna shot it, and he just kind of scored like Zardes. This is Zardes 2.0. He is literally Zardes 2.0. That is the goal Zardes would have scored. Literally, what we've seen right there with Ajiman was a Zardes-like goal, where Luna does everything, shoots it, and then I know there, dude. The thing is, like, I know some of you are saying we gotta credit Luna, but if you go by definition, that was Ajiman's goal. It wasn't like it hit him. He kind of like tried to get his foot on it. They're gonna have it, yeah, right there, foot mob. They gave it to Ajiman. It's Ajiman's goal. It really is his goal. Like, congrats to Luna because it was a beautiful play from Diego Luna, but beautiful, beautiful goal from Diego Luna that doesn't count because Ajiman got the goal. Now, Jeff Carey's saying, do a Club World bracket recording. I can do that once we get to the knockout rounds. I can do a bracket. As of now, let's just wait. I'm gonna start doing live streams at the Chappelle channel. You guys know the Chappelle channel, right? The Brazil channel that we have. I don't know if you guys know it. I'm gonna do like Club World Cup streams there at the Chappelle channel, but I might do some Club World Cup streams here as well because I'm watching the games. I've been enjoying the Club World Cup. I know a lot of you are kind of not following it. I know the hype was kind of small and all that, but overall, I've been enjoying the Club World Cup. So let's start with this game here. There's not too much to talk about in regards to the first half, besides the fact that the United States is better than Trinidad and Tobago in every single position possible. The United States is simply a better team. It's 3-0. Trinidad and Tobago do not have the quality to get a single goal. This team is terrible. It looks like an amateur team. And the United States went there and they punished them. Diego Luna was quite good. I thought Alex Freeman was quite good. Malik Tillman was good. McGlynn was fine too. McGlynn did fine. Ajiman was not great. Arvston was kind of mid also. Our center backs, Tim Ream and Chris Richards, weren't really tested. In possession, they were fine, but they weren't really tested. Sebastian Berhalter looked fine. He looked fine too. De La Torre looked fine. There's not much to criticize there, besides the fact that when you do the eye test, not like when you go to the doctor, but just like when you watch a player play, it's pretty freaking obvious that there's no spot for Ajiman or what's his name, Arvston with the national team. That's the only conclusion that I got. They're saying, remember when the A team struggled to score on this team? So this scoring. So, okay, let's go through that actually. Is Trinidad and Tobago with a similar lineup than when we played them and we struggled? Let me actually look that up right now. That's a good point to bring up because the A team struggled in Austin. I was at that game actually when we played them in Austin, and that was in 2020. Where was it? It was when we beat them. We beat them 3-0 in Austin, Texas. But let's look at the lineup. Listen, so what you have on screen right now is the lineup for this game. What I'm going to read for you is the lineup of the previous game where we struggled with the A team. The goalkeeper was called Denzel Smith, not Denzel Washington, Denzel Smith. The goalkeeper for this game is Philip, whoever the heck Philip is. So it's not the same goalkeeper. The right back for the game that we struggled was a dude named Shannon Gomez from San Antonio in USL. For this game is Powder, not the same right back. Okay. The left back for this game is Isaiah Garcia, and he's unemployed. The left back for the game that we struggled was Andre Raymond. Now, the three center backs for the game that we struggled were Garcia, David, and Jones. For this one, it's Bateu, I don't know how to say his name, Jones and Garcia. So we have two players so far that played that game. Two center backs, Garcia and Jones, which, by the way, Jones has been terrible, and he's been one of them. The midfield of that game for Trinidad had Telfer, Runs Persard, Phillips, and Powder. So Powder, I guess, played his midfield. Three players. Phillips, Wolino, and Fortune. And up top, Lee, the previous game, Sean. Okay, so from the game that we struggled, there are only three players. Three players from Trinidad. From the game that we struggled, there are only three players here from Trinidad. I wanted to make sure I debunked that. It's not the same team. And from the looks of it, the 8 players that replaced are horrible. They're terrible players. They're not very good players. They should probably look for another career. They should be accountants. That's a good job right there, being an accountant. Be a doctor. I don't know if you guys know this. I could have been anything I chose to, but I chose to be here on YouTube with you guys. I could have been an astronaut. I could have been going to the moon right now. I could have been like that guy that went to the moon many, 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 many years ago in the 70s. His name was Chewbacca. He went to the moon in the 70s with Han Solo, but Chewbacca was the first one. And I could have been like Chewbacca, but I chose to be on YouTube instead. I definitely could have been an astronaut. I just didn't really want to because it doesn't seem very fun. The food is not very good if you're an astronaut, and you have to be away from home for a very long time. And sometimes you have to fight the Wookiees and things like that. But yeah, mainly that. They're saying that it's TST level players. Honestly, I think the TST had some better players than what we're seeing here with Trinidad and Tobago. I saw better players in the TST. I mean, Josie Altidore was playing. I think he was playing for Bournemouth or something. Cole is saying, I was too busy watching Puerto Rico to see those awful friendlies. Does the United States look better, or is Trinidad respecting them too much? I don't think we look better today. And I don't think it's that Trinidad is respecting us too much. This is that Trinidad is really bad. Like, it's a legit bad team. Like, it's just a very, very bad team. Utter garbage. And I don't like talking about players like that or national teams, but this is just a really, really, really bad team. There's no other way to put it. Okay. But at the end of the day, like, you can only beat what's in front of you. And it's 3-0 for the US. The boys are getting the job done. And they're saying, and NASA abandons you in space sometimes. There's that too. It's like I chose not to be an astronaut. I could have been going to the moon, but I just chose to be an astronaut. And guys, this is the channel, Chappelle Football. If you guys want to, that's where we're gonna do Club World Cup streams. We'll do a few here, but we're gonna do many there. So make sure to follow us at Chappelle Football in case you give a shit. Julian Viva is saying, there goes the chances of Pochettino getting sacked. He wasn't getting sacked. And also, just like when we had Berhalter, you can't really root against the national team just to get a coach sacked. You have to hope for the best. And if it sucks, it sucks. And they get fired, like Greg Berhalter. He sucked. Let's see. Productive Grind Academy saying, I'll be at Chelsea, LAFC tomorrow. Thoughts on LAFC? I mean, Chelsea are the clear favorites, right? But as I said before, out of the MLS teams, I think LAFC is probably the one that has the highest odds of maybe going through. If they can go 1-1-1, if they can beat the team from Tunisia and maybe pull a draw against Chelsea or Flamengo, which will be very tough, but if they can do it, then maybe LAFC can go through. Now, Inter Miami, I don't think they have any shot on going through. I would be very surprised unless Prime Messi comes back. And Seattle Sounders are in big trouble because they're in a very tough team. PSG is the best team in the world right now. Atletico Madrid is a tough side, and Botafogo is a tough side. The Sounders are in big trouble. They're saying apparently the manager's looking good shirtless is now a hiring criteria. If that's the case, we probably should have hired Hervé Renard. Let's give a look at the Tactical Manager 69 jersey auction here. Let's see how it's doing. 171, not bad. $171 for the auction that ends tomorrow at 2 p.m. The link is in the description if you want to enter the auction. It's the infamous Tactical Manager 69 TST jersey. Only one we made. No one wore it. No one wore it at all. Not even myself. It's right there. Link is in the description if you want to enter. And this video is brought to you by NordVPN. The link is in the description with a special offer if you want to get a VPN. If you don't want to get a VPN, your Google search history will leak and you will die. Like that's literally what happens when it leaks. True story right there. Drunken Ramblings with Aaron is saying TNT, which is Trinidad and Tobago, isn't good, but the confidence boost is important for sure. And hopefully we score a few more goals. It's very important also for Malik Tillman to get it going, but 3-0, hopefully we get 4, hopefully we get 5, hopefully we get 6, whatever it is. I'm not hating on the win. This is a very important win. Very, very, very important win. But again, we have to obviously add the context. But the confidence boost matters. We just can't get delusional. And sorry, guys, that I'm alone today because Pete had another one of those explosive diarrhea sessions. So, yep. They're saying, Tack, what's up with Adams and Johnny not even being in the squad? So, Adams is dealing with a foot injury, and we don't really know when he'll be back. And Johnny has the flu. Damian Downs also has the flu. And let's look at our bench here. Let's look at the U.S. men's national team bench. I think Haji right. No, Haji's on the bench. Yeah, I think it might be just and Damian Downs. But we have some good options off the bench, like Paxton Aronson. Honestly, for a game like this, Brendan Aaronson's a good option. Haji Wright. Did you guys see the article where U.S. Soccer put Brian White, almost 30 years old, as an emerging USMNT talent? Brian White, an emerging talent. Sometimes someone needs to check their propaganda. It doesn't go well. Tomasito is saying U.S. men's national team had a well-fought first half against Trinidad and Tobago team that didn't put much of a fight. Yeah, like Trinidad and Tobago they're just not good. They're just not good. So it's just like I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, the U.S. men's national team put a good fight, and Trinidad and Tobago. I think Trinidad and Tobago is trying to put up a fight. They're just not good enough. They're just getting completely out-talented. I think that's what's going on. And we have how many likes in this video right now? Are we going to hit 1,000 today? Hopefully we do. Let me see. We have 612. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, I expected more from you guys, but not bad. 600 ain't bad. Why didn't you want to watch Palmeiras? I am watching Palmeiras. They're playing Porto right now. I am watching Palmeiras. They're playing Porto. And Palmeiras had some good chances against Porto later in the first half. Probably should have had the lead. Had some really good chances. Pete isn't at work. I didn't say Pete is at work. Pete's not at work. Pete has explosive diarrhea. I told you guys. He sent me pictures of it. It looked like a crime scene, but everything was brown and greenish brown. You could even see Mr. Henke there. It was nasty diarrhea. I don't know why he sent me the pictures. Pete has explosive diarrheas. Explosive, really bad diarrhea. Let's see if I didn't miss anyone here in the chat. I'm trying to see, not the super chats, but just like Green Man saying he's working a play. No, dude. Diarrhea is diarrhea. And you all should send Pete your thoughts and prayers. Saying Chris saying you have more people watching your live stream than Golazo channel has watching theirs. Yeah, it's always been like that. It's always been like that. I'm not sure why, but it's always been like that. It's usually like 2 or 3x that people say. I'm gonna give myself a high five for that. Portuguese commentary. Do you guys want me to do Portuguese commentary? I can do it. How many likes do we have? We hit 700. When we hit 700, I'll do it if you guys want to. This is a democracy. I'm not a dictator here, so I'll do what you guys want. Well, not everything that you guys want. Not everything, because you guys ask for some weird stuff sometimes, like especially Spicy Jeff. Spicy Jeff, sometimes he's a bit too much. We love Spicy Jeff here at the channel. He's a great guy. We love him, but sometimes Spicy Jeff is too much. And Palmeiras and Porto second half already started. Palmeiras and Porto. U.S. men's national team is still at halftime. The teams are not back yet. But Palmeiras and Porto, 0-0, 45 minutes. Second half just started. Club World Cup. How good is Damian Downs? Francisco, I don't know. I'm hoping we get to see him during the Gold Cup. I don't watch the second Bundesliga. I don't watch the second Bundesliga, so I don't know. Okay, I can do some Brazilian commentary when we hit 700 likes. We're at 680. I can do it for the Palmeiras game if you guys want to. I can do it for the Palmeiras game. I know all the Palmeiras games players, so I can do it for that. Is Spicy Jeff here today? He's been around. He sent a super chat about a micro penis. He's been around. He's been around. Is Brazil teams versus Portuguese teams a rivalry? Not really, because they barely play each other. It's not really a rivalry. Even Brazil and Portugal, it's not really a rivalry just because Brazil's been so much superior to Portugal in soccer. It's not really a rivalry. Okay, and Palmeiras recovers the ball. Estevão blows by the first one, tries to find the pass inside, but no one gets it in long shot. Ooh, saved by Costa. Saved by Costa. Saved by Costa here. Okay, I'll do some Portuguese commentary here for the Palmeiras game while we wait for the United States to come back. The American players are back already, but the game hasn't started. As soon as Palmeiras gets the ball, because I don't know the entire starting 11 for Porto. I know Palmeiras is starting 11, but I don't know Porto. Oh, Everton with a nice save here for Palmeiras. Porto almost scored. Pretty good second half here early on. Inter Miami can beat Porto and Palmeiras? I don't think so, dude. There's a big gap in quality. It can happen because, unfortunately, Inter Miami has Messi. And when you have Messi, you never know. Like, the guy in any given day can just single-handedly win a game for you. But I don't think. Everton? No, Palmeiras' goalkeeper's name is Weverton. Not Everton, Weverton. Twerk, I'm not twerking. It doesn't matter how many likes you guys get me, I'm not twerking. It doesn't even matter how many super chats you send me, I'm not twerking. It's not happening. Maybe for $1 million, okay? Maybe I'll twerk for $1 million. If you guys send me $1 million, I'll twerk. But if you guys also send me $1 million, I might go on like a 2-month vacation. And here comes Porto. Palmeiras tries to recover and clears it. And the second half of the United States just started. The second half of the United States just started. Tack, you twerk for $2,000. No. I would not twerk for $2,000. Too much humiliation for $2,000. $2,000 doesn't even pay rent these days. Not in a big city, at least. Even Orlando. So, no, I wouldn't do it. United States with the ball. No substitutions here at halftime, as expected. Ok, Palmeiras gets the ball. Now I can do it in Portuguese. E vem o Palmeiras para o ataque com Vitor Roque. Vitor Roque com a posse de bola. Vai para cima do marcador. Passou pelo primeiro Vitor Roque. Vai sofrer a falta. Vitor Roque está com a posse de bola para o Palmeiras. Ainda segurando a bola aqui na bandeira do córner. Vitor Roque procura uma opção. Ninguém aparece. É falta para o Palmeiras contra o Porto. Falta para o Palmeiras contra o Porto. Martim derruba Vitor Roque pela esquerda e o Palmeiras vai ter uma falta muito perigosa. That is Portuguese, my friends. But that's Portuguese from Brazil. They're saying, where can I watch the Brazilian League in the United States? You got to get Fanachis or Fanatics or whatever you want to call it. Fanachis. And that's where you're going to watch. Or you can illegally stream it, but you didn't hear that from me. You can also illegally stream it. Again, didn't hear from me. Man, the Trinidad and Tobago coach is a big dude. Dude is jacked. Definitely works out. So where can you watch City of God without subtitles? City of God, you can also watch it illegally if you want. But again, you didn't hear from me. And careful. Sometimes when you Google something to watch it through an illegal stream, you might give your computer AIDS. Oh, Estevão, bad ball from Estevão. Estevão with the ball out wide. Tries to cross in. Felipe Anderson for Palmeiras. And the U.S. also has the ball here with Arfston. Arfston with the ball. Doesn't do anything with it. Diego Luna releases the ball so quickly. It's a joy to watch. And then Arfston has the ball. Arfston can't cross to save his freaking life. In a game where everyone's standing out, Arfston is still being shit. What does he even do? Tack, if you twerk, I'll get off the couch and be on a flight to San Jose in 10 minutes. Christian, go enjoy your vacation. Just enjoy your vacation. I'm sure it's been lovely. Just enjoy it at this point. I'm kind of tired of talking about Christian Pulisic. Wait, Dwight York is the coach for Trinidad? Seriously? That's a Manchester United legend right there. Dwight York, are you guys sure that's him? He's the head coach. Manchester United legend right there, Dwight York. I didn't know that he was coaching Trinidad and Tobago. I just found out. Julian Viva is saying Ancelotti to leave Brazil to coach the US after the World Cup. Nah, that ain't happening. I think Ancelotti will stay with Brazil till 2030. He'll have 2 World Cups, and out of those 2, he might actually win one. Which one, I don't know. I don't think Ancelotti will leave Brazil. He'll probably stay with Brazil for 2 World Cups. That's what I think. Yeah, you're right. Dwight York is the head coach of Trinidad and Tobago. Incredible. Won the Champions League with Manchester United in the 90s, right? 1999. Dwight York. Long ball here for the United States. Malik Tillman will get in a dangerous position. Let's see what he can do. Tillman goes inside. No one goes at him. Just shoot on goal. Ajiman loses it, of course. Ajiman and Arfston are similar levels to the Trinidad side. McGlynn, and he misses the target. That was a beautiful volley from Jack McGlynn, but he missed the target. Jack McGlynn missing the target here. I know it doesn't matter too much, but now I just kind of, that was a beautiful strike from McGlynn. That was actually legit close. It was like a whole 3 inches. A whole 3 inches. That's what she said, but it was 3 inches away from the goal. Not even, maybe 1 inch. The Brax 2000 is saying, working with Brazil MLS Torcidas, the fans, to bring Portuguese commentary to games if we launch. Would you be open to collab or commentating a U.S. game in Portuguese? The Brax, the only issue is that I cover the U.S. men's national team here in English. I can't not cover it somewhere else in Portuguese. That's the only issue. I also don't know how many people would be interested in watching a full MLS game in Portuguese. I mean, you can reach out to me. We can talk about it. But for the U.S. men's national team, it'll be tough because I need to cover them here on YouTube in English. And occasionally I'll do some commentary in Portuguese here. Patrick Ajiman is so ass. Yes, he is. He is. I mean, yeah, it's one of those games where everyone stood out, and then Ajiman and Arfston are the two that are just we can't, man. Palmeiras has the ball while the Trinidad and Tobago team, the goalkeeper's down. Palmeiras has the ball here against Porto. Still 0-0, Palmeiras and Porto. Hopefully Palmeiras can pull a win here. Oh, Weverton almost with a bad pass. What is wrong with the Trinidad and Tobago goalkeeper? How do you get injured from that weak-ass shot from Ajiman? How is he injured? Is it when he fell? I don't get it. Gabe the American saying, hot take. Arfston actually has some really good attributes. He's quick, strong, crafty enough to play abroad. And he needs to because his final decision and product needs work. I don't really agree with that. I honestly don't. He does have some quickness to it, but he's not really quick on the ball. So I don't really agree. He can go abroad, and I'd like to see him get tested, but I just don't see it. Also, how old is Arfston? He's not that young. Arfston, he's got to be like close to 25. Arfston Columbus. He's 24. He's also not that young. I don't know. Gabe, we agree on a lot of things, but definitely not this one. So the goalkeeper from Trinidad is from that. He's that guy from that movie. From Bruce Willis. What's the name? Unbreakable. Unbreakable. Or Glass. He's just made of glass. All right, the United States here with the ball. Malik Tillman. He's playing against the same way he plays against tries a through ball to Ajiman. Ajiman outmuscles the opponent. And then Ajiman just doesn't really do anything. And then Tillman just gives it away. This was a very low level game. Very low level game. Palmeiras and Porto 0-0, United States 3, Trinidad and Tobago 0, and Freeman gets fouled. Freeman has been interesting today, and I've been kind of critical of him, and I've watched him with Orlando a few times. Not a few times, plenty of times. He's playing a lot for Orlando this year. And I think if we start him the entire Gold Cup, there's something there with Freeman, and he's very young, so that's an interesting one. Honestly, everyone here today has been fine, and I think De La Torre and Berhalter, they've been fine as well this game, but probably when Johnny and Tyler are back, those are likely the two starters there in the midfield. Trinidad and Tobago with the ball. This game, I'm gonna try to go all the way to the end of this game, but it's gonna be tough. What sucks is that Matt Freese wasn't really tested. He wasn't really tested. We got to keep playing him because when push comes to shove, Matt Turner cannot be our goalkeeper, and that's in the World Cup. It just can't happen. Just can't happen. Jack McGlynn, back to Freeman, back to Chris Richards. Good switch there to Tim Ream. Tim Ream trying to find his options, and he finds Arfston is always open. That's for sure. Arfston with the ball, wide open. Oh, he just got bodied by the Trinidad player, and he gave it away. Dude, Arfston, he's so bad. We got to get him out. Just put John Token. Just put John Token. Here comes Trinidad. And that'll be a free kick for Trinidad and Tobago. And actually a dangerous free kick. I don't think they're going to do anything with it, but it will be a dangerous free kick. Chris is saying, I know you like Johnny, and I respect that, but I don't think his club form translates for the national team. No, look, so far it hasn't, but let me ask you one thing. Would you rather persist on De La Torre and Sebastian Berhalter this summer, or just try to see if we can get Johnny to get it going? If he doesn't get it going, then fine. We have a bunch of options coming later on at the first team, right? McKennie will be back, Musa will be back, and many others, Tessman. But would you not rather try to get Johnny going this summer? Because if he plays the same level he plays for his team, is that not going to be beneficial for the U.S. men's national team? Of course it will. Maybe just persist on him during the summer while we don't have Aiden Morris, Tanner Tessman, Gianluca Busio, Yunus Musa, Weston McKennie. Persist on him for a little bit. And if you can't get it going, then yeah, move on from him. Mojo Tanker is saying, is Chris Richards center back number 1 for the U.S. men's national team? Who's center back number 2? So first and foremost, yes, I think Chris Richards is center back number 1 for the U.S. men's national team right now. Has been quite good in the Premier League. And then center back number 2, I would say Mark McKenzie, but I'm not very convinced. Like Tim Ream still has a case. Mark McKenzie still very shaky. Carter Vickers, maybe. That's been another guy that hasn't been great for the national team. Outside of that, we're very thin there. Noah Kai Banks is too young, not ready. I don't know. And here comes Trinidad somehow. Oh, my goodness, they almost scored. Matt Freese right there made a save, but Trinidad literally almost scored. That is not good, man. I know we have the game in hands. We're not going to lose this, but you can't let this terrible team score. That was actually Freeman. Terrible defending from Freeman. And then Arfston almost kind of lost his man too. Matt Freese with a good save. Matt Freese kind of saved us there. That'll be a corner kick for Trinidad, but Freese and Arfston, man. Sorry, Freeman and Arfston right there. Very, 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 very bad mistakes. Julian Viva is saying hot take: McGlynn should make the World Cup roster. Julian, that's not a super hot take. I don't think he'll make the roster, but it's not really a hot take. Like he's fighting for a spot. He's fighting for a spot. I can't believe Trinidad almost scored. I can't believe it. All right, let's go back here to the stream now. See if I didn't miss anyone. Did we hit 1,000 likes yet? By the way, what I'm gonna do today, since Pete is shitting himself somewhere with explosive diarrhea, I'm gonna go to the straight red card after the live watch along, and I'm just gonna do the post game with them there. I'm gonna stay there for a bit. I'm just gonna do the post game with the straight red card guys. They're probably gonna be drunk. It's gonna be fun. I'll just head there for a bit. Oh, and Porto just terrible shot from Porto. The Trinidad player is still on the floor. Probably some concussion protocol going on right now. Something. We are at 750 likes. Really good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Now I'm actually happy. So listen, while we wait for the game to resume, I'm going to put another. Actually, no, I'm just going to shout out NordVPN once again. If you guys want to get the very special offer from NordVPN, the link is in the description of this channel. If you want to get the special offer from NordVPN, you're going to get 4 months extra on a 2-year plan. If you use the link in the description of this video, you're going to get 4 extra months in a 2-year plan. Link is in the description, and in the process, you're helping the channel. They also give a 30-day money-back guarantee. But yeah, use the link in the description, NordVPN. Use a VPN. Keep your computer safe and your Google search history. And if you're not in the United States, you can set the U.S. as your location. I know the channel producer has to do that. He's in Germany, Dustin. Another super chat. Did I miss it? No, it's saying the Brax 2000. If Luna shows up in the Gold Cup, should he wear the 10 in the World Cup? The 10 is going to be Christian Pulisic. It doesn't matter what Diego Luna does. It's going to be Christian Pulisic that's going to wear the 10. It doesn't really matter, in my opinion. That's what's going to happen. United States with the ball. Freeman. See, let's go back here. So Palmeiras made a few subs here to face interesting. Estevão was subbed out. Interesting subs here for Palmeiras. We'll see if Palmeiras can pull the win here, late win here against Porto. And the United States with 3-0 lead against Trinidad and Tobago. Ball goes back. Trinidad, Ajiman. Nope. Goalkeeper has the ball. 61 minutes and 30 seconds. Actually, 45 seconds for me. The U.S. recovers the ball. Nope. Trinidad with the throw-in. Trinidad with the throw-in here. Is it Trinidad or the U.S.? The U.S. Tim Ream. Oh, boy. Richards wins it. Luna wins it for the U.S. Blows by 1. Out wide to Malik Tillman. Malik Tillman with the ball. Trying to watch 2 games is tough. Free kick here for Porto also. Arfston. Back to Luca De La Torre. 62 minutes and 23 seconds. Everyone's shitting on Ajiman. What did he do? I mean, I know he's not good, but I didn't see him do. What did Ajiman do? Because everyone's like complaining about him on the chat. Am I that behind? Or was I watching Palmeiras at the time? I'm very critical of him, but I didn't see him do anything wrong lately. He kicked it out of bounds like a fool. Okay. I didn't see him. I was probably watching the Palmeiras game at the time. The thing is, it doesn't matter how many more minutes I watch from Ajiman. I've made up my mind of the player that he is. I've watched enough minutes to know who he is as a player, and he's just not good. He's just not good. Like we've come to that conclusion. I think that's probably one of the lessons for the 7 things we learned. Ajiman is not good, and probably Arston too. Those are the two. At least I got a few lessons written down already. All right, that's going to be a corner kick for Trinidad and Tobago. And Palmeiras and Porto is also, it's still 0-0, and they're hitting minute 67. How is it that Trinidad is looking better in the second half? They're actually having some opportunities, having a few corners. They almost scored a goal. Matt Freeze made a good save. How is that even happening? Diego Luna. Oh, he found Ajiman. Ajiman, put it through. Put it through. You freaking imbecile. Put that ball through. He was wide open. Arfston to Tillman. Tillman to Ajiman. Ajiman. Oh my God. Ajiman fucking sucks. He's not at the level to play for the U.S. men's national team. I'm sorry. Like, this guy is horrible. He's legit bad. I don't even know if I spelled his name correctly. It's Ajime Young. Yeah, whatever. He is really freaking bad. Terrible player. Should probably become an accountant or something. Diego Luna, good shot. Good shot. I can't believe that. Like, for anyone that watches a lot of Brian White, and I've watched a few games from Brian White because, again, I'm not going to keep watching the Vancouver Whitecaps. Um, is he worse than Ajiman? I don't know, actually. It could just be six and half a dozen. It could just be six and half a dozen. And here comes Trinidad. Chris Richards, good defense right there. And then Arfston blows by the first player and finds Diego Luna. Cross goes in from Porto. Sorry, guys. I'm watching 2 games, so sometimes I might comment. Look, this guy's even... Look at this. Al Gal, 18. He's a Charlotte fan, and he can't stand Ajiman. Why is this dude in the national team? Does anyone think that he's good? Does anyone think that he's good? Yeah, someone put a comment on Twitter, which is true. Ajiman actually looks worse than Zardes. I think he's worse than Zardes from what I remember, Zardes. I'm pretty sure Zardes was a better player. He was a better player. I know all of us like have our thoughts on Zardes, and at some point he became a meme even for us. But now that I'm thinking about it, from what I can remember of Jassy Zardes, he was a better forward than Ajiman. Here comes the United States. Sebastian Berhalter. Intercepted. Good look, but poor pass from Sebastian Berhalter. Trinidad and Tobago. Minute 68. We're almost at minute 69. Diego Luna, as expected, stood out. As expected. Now let me watch Palmeiras a little bit. Palmeiras is attacking Porto here with Piqueires. Saying Zardes had his. Yeah, let me ask you guys in the chat here. Would you prefer to have prime Jesse Zardes or prime what's his name Ajiman? Prime Jesse Zardes or prime Ajiman? I'm pretty sure most of you are going to choose Jesse Zardes. That is the right choice. Zardes was a better player for sure. And Palmeiras almost scored now against Porto. Palmeiras almost scored. Yeah, everyone. Shit versus diarrhea. Hey, we don't talk about shit and diarrhea today. Respect Pete. Let's not talk about shit and diarrhea here. Pete's struggling right now at someone's toilet. He's screaming his lungs out to get it out. Rate Ajiman at the Tronco scale. Oh, he's a 9 out of 10. He's just not a 10 out of 10 because he's a professional player. But he's a solid 9 out of 10. He wouldn't make it to my TST team. Oh, minute 69. Nice. We made it. We made it to minute 69. Channel tradition right there. Minute 69, we've made it. Long ball here for Porto against Palmeiras. Good recovery from Moreno. And the U.S. also has the ball here at minute 69. Very nice, very nice. We got to keep the channel true. I can't wait for next year in the World Cup for us to 69 every game. Every game the U.S. plays in the World Cup, we're going to 69 here at the channel. It's going to be great. It's going to be incredible. Can you guys imagine that? Imagine 1 year from now, we are going to be 69ing here at the chat during the World Cup. We all are. 1 year from now. Oh, Ajiman lost the ball again. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I'm getting hungry. I need to start ordering pizza or something during the streams. Here comes the U.S. McGlynn, Sebastian Berhalter. McGlynn looking for the options. Doesn't find one. Who's that? Luca De La Torre. Oh, Palmeiras almost scored again. Palmeiras in Porto, it's 0-0, but both teams had a lot of opportunities. If you have big nipples, what are they called? Paul Riola. I don't know, actually. I don't know the answer to that, Gabriel. I don't know the answer to that. It's actually kind of becoming comical to watch Ajiman play for the national team. He looks so out of his depth. I don't understand why we keep playing him. At this point, just play Haji Wright up top. And Haji Wright's coming on. Haji Wright, Brendan Aronson, and Mark McKenzie are all being subbed in. Okay, United States 3, Trinidad and Tobago 0. With less than 20 minutes to go. I mean, oh, red card? No red card. Van der Lube is saying, what do you think is the best possible team for Reina to go? Also, twerk for 100K. $100,000 to twerk. Yeah, I mean, look, $100,000, you might get me. $100,000 might make me twerk. That is a lot of money. There's a lot of things you can do with $100,000. So 2 million for sure. 100,000, I probably would end up doing it. It would be stupid to not twerk for $100,000. Don't you guys think? 100,000 subscribers? Nah, because that's not going to translate to $100,000. Where's the best possible that Reina could go? I made a video about that in January, and I stand by it. I think Mallorca, unless something changed with Mallorca, that would probably be a good option. Now, besides that, I haven't really looked into it too much. But I made a whole video in January about teams that he should go to, and Mallorca was one of them. Will he go? I don't know. Probably not. But let's see. So Ajiman's out and Haji Wright's in. That's a good sub. That's a good substitution. Ajiman out, Haji Wright in. Let's see who else. What other subs are they making? What else are we doing here? Trying to figure out what were the other subs because I didn't see it. I didn't see it here. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out the 3 substitutions. It was Ajiman out, Haji Wright in, Brendan Aronson, McGlynn so McGlynn is out, McKenzie's in. So we're playing a back 3. And Brendan Aronson, I'm assuming it was for Malik Tillman. Yeah. Malik Tillman's out. No, Tillman's still on. So Aronson is on for Luna, right? Luna's out. Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. Let me figure out the substitutions here before I even come back to the chat. It was McGlynn out, McKenzie in, Ajiman out, Haji in, and who came off for Aronson? I think it's Luna. Yeah, Luna. Luna's not on the field anymore, so Diego Luna's out. We're doing a back 5 against Trinidad and Tobago to hold on to this 3-0 win. My goodness. It's one of those performances where you can't really get angry, but you can't really be super happy about it. You're just like, that's all right. We did okay. It's hard to read into this game tactically speaking because Trinidad is a mess. But anyhow, this stream is brought to you by NordVPN. If you want to get a special offer, the link is in the description of this video. And in the process, you're also helping the channel and yourself. NordVPN is a great VPN to use. We use it ourselves. Ooh, Palmeiras almost scored. I mean, the Palmeiras game is much more exciting at this point because the U.S. beat Trinidad and Tobago. This game is so Jover. It's Jover right now. But Palmeiras in Porto is still 0-0 with like 10 minutes to go. That's a corner for Palmeiras. Trinidad with the throw-in. It just seems like the U.S. didn't really give a shit to play in the second half. It's been pretty bad to watch. What would you guys rate this game? The United States from 1 to 10. What would you guys rate this game? I would give this game a solid like 3. 3 out of 10. It was not fun. It was not quality. It was pretty bad to watch. The Palmeiras game is 0-0, and it was a much better watch than this one. Jake is giving it an 8. 3, 7, 7. Really? 7? Wasn't really that enjoyable. Soccer Fan 2026 is saying 1. 2, 5 out of 10, average and boring. Yeah, it was pretty boring. 6, 5. I guess you guys enjoyed the game for the most part. I enjoyed that we got the win. Now I know we're not going to get grouped in the Copa in the Gold Cup. That's a good thing because I want us to get to the knockouts and win this shit. But okay, I'm watching there now. Palmeiras trying to attack, and that will be a free kick for Porto. And now back to the U.S. Somehow we're getting outplayed by Trinidad. Oh my goodness, did Arfston just get nutmegged? I think he did. I think he did. It's Jake from State Farm. Yeah, Jake from State Farm. I don't know if I'm going to trust a guy from an insurance company these days, especially here in Florida. They just keep raising the insurance prices here. It's insane. At this point, you might as well just start a savings account and just put the money in there. Because what you're paying these companies in a year can pretty much pay for any damage in your house. from a hurricane. It's pretty insane how much they're charging these days. So I wouldn't trust a guy from an insurance company. I really wouldn't. What time am I at the Porto game? I'm at minute 81:23 at Porto. 81:25, 26. So 81:30 essentially. What is an Arfston? It's one very bad soccer player. A very, 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 very bad soccer player. A very athletic human being, but not a great soccer player. And here comes Palmeiras against Porto. This could be dangerous. Cross goes into absolutely no. Oh! Palmeiras almost scored. But Porto got a good block there. They're saying FootMob said Paxton Aronson is on. It's Brandon Aronson that I saw. I didn't see Paxton Aronson. Oh, FootMob is fake news. FootMob is fake news. I am pretty certain that I'm looking on the field. I'm looking right now, and it's Brendan Aronson. It's not Paxton Aronson. They're actually quite different. They're very different. They're brothers, but they're quite different. Legacy saying, are you doing a live watch along for Botafogo in Seattle? I will not because I have to work on a video, but I'm going to watch that game. We're gonna be doing live watch alongs later on. I'll do a live watch along for Flamengo and Chelsea at the Chappelle Football channel. Okay, the Brazil channel that we have. I'll do it there. And we might do an Inter Miami stream here at Tactical Manager TV. Palmeiras, hit the post. Palmeiras just hit the post. Palmeiras should have won this game, man. They're wasting way too many chances. So if you're not subscribed to Chappelle Football, go subscribe right now. We're going to be doing some Club World Cup streams there. Can I do a live watch along for the NBA Finals? I haven't been watching every game. I'm a big fan of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and I should probably be watching more of it, but I haven't been following NBA so close that my live watch along probably won't be very good. But it's an interesting final, right, with OKC and the Pacers. And here comes Palmeiras too. I'm basically watching Palmeiras now unless the United States. This U.S. game is dead. It's dead. 3-0. Trinidad has no quality to punish the United States. And most of the American players have clocked out at this point. Except for Arfston. He's wired. He's in. He's in. Look at Arfston with the ball. What is he going to do? Oh, no look pass from Arfston to Brendan Aronson. Aronson blows by the opponent. Aronson, it's a goal. Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson with a goal for the United States. When Brendan Aronson scores a goal like that with so much ease, you got to know that the opponent's not very good. But congratulations. Nice goal from Brendan, actually. Very nice goal. He just blew by the opponent with too much ease. And terrible goalkeeping. How does the goalkeeper not save that? The shot was literally on him. I think he was afraid of the ball after he hurt his arm. Ooh, Porto almost scored now on Palmeiras. Okay, United States 4-0. Are we back, guys? Are we back? Are we back now? 4-0 against Trinidad? Okay, here comes the United States. Haji Wright through the middle. Brendan Aronson. He tried to dribble through 4 guys from Trinidad and Tobago. That's not going to work no matter how bad they are. And here comes Trinidad. Good first touch. Oh, Matt Freeze. Okay, good save, good save, good fade. Okay, so Matt Freeze wasn't really tested today very much, but when he was, he did fine. Definitely want to see more of him. Definitely want to see more of him. Palmeiras and Porto still 0-0. Julian Viva is saying, did you go to No King's Day? What the fuck is No King's Day? I didn't really leave my house today, so I don't think I went to No King's Day. Oh, is that a goal? Goal. Haji Wright scored. Haji Wright goal. Incredible when you have an actual forward there instead of Ajiman. Haji Wright scores right away. United States 5, Trinidad 0. U.S. men's national team beats Trinidad and Tobago. I want to figure out how many of the Trinidad and Tobago players are pro players, but Haji Wright scores 5-0. All right, back here to the chat. Steven Spada saying the scoreline is actually bad, though. Non-fans are going to think we played well, when in reality, this has been a pretty trash play. Yeah, we didn't really play well. It's just a really, 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 really bad team. But again, like I said, you can only beat what's in front of you. And they beat Trinidad 5-0. They got the job done. Anthony's saying, where do you predict the United States will finish this tournament? With this result, as long as we get a good result against Saudi Arabia, we'll finish in first. If we finish in first, we avoid Mexico in the quarterfinals. If we avoid Mexico, we should make it to the final. We should make it to the final. And if we make it to the final, anything can happen. We're definitely not the favorites based on previous performances, but I would hope the United States at least makes it to the final. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the bare minimum. The bare minimum should be to win it, but we're definitely not the favorites right now. And Gabriel said, you can't be upset with a 5-0 win. No, we shouldn't. No one should be upset with the 5-0 win. It's more about don't get delusional. Don't be upset. Don't get delusional. I think that's probably the best way to put it. So FootMob told me right now that Brendan Aronson was subbed in. Oh, could this be number 6? Oh, he wasted it. He wasted it. Was that Brendan? That could have been number 6. He was offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. They're saying Porto 1-0. No, Porto hasn't scored. Why is Palmeiras called SEP on DNE's? So SEP is Palmeiras' name. Palmeiras' full name is Sociedade Esportiva Palmeiras. So S is Sociedade, Esportiva is the E, and P is for Palmeiras. That's why it's SEP. And here comes Porto. Ball recovered by Palmeiras. Palmeiras definitely should have won this. Too many chances were wasted. So the United States game is at the 88th minute. Palmeiras is at during added time right now. We are Palmeiras is at added time at minute 91, and it's still 0-0. What is my main language? English. That's the language that I'm actually able to also write properly. Sorta. English is definitely my first language. And then Portuguese, I'm fluent in Portuguese, very fluent. So I guess it's my second language, but at the same time, it can be my first one. It's pretty cool. My writing in Portuguese is not great because I studied most of my years in kindergarten and I learned mainly English. So my writing in Portuguese is not great. But in terms of speaking, I would say I'm as fluent in Portuguese as I am in English. Palmeiras is now attacking here with Allen. Switches it to Piqueres. The U.S. 89 minutes right now for the United States. 89 minutes, 5-0. When we made the subs, the team got a lot better. As soon as we removed Ajimon, this team got a lot better. Can you also speak Japanese? No, I can't speak Japanese. I can't speak any Japanese. Actually, I can speak Ichi, ni, san. That's 1, 2, 3 in Japanese. Ichi, ni, san. That says arigato. Arigato. I know that. I don't know what it means, but I know how to say arigato. Because everyone, when I was in Japan, people would say arigato to me all the time. I thought it was a Pokemon at first, but then I know all the Pokemons. There's no Pokemon named arigato. All right. So now we are at minute 89 and 30 seconds. Remember, I'm going to go to the Straight Red Card after this. The Straight Red Card channel. We'll do the post game there. Hopefully, they're not too drunk. Hopefully, we'll see. Hopefully, they're not too drunk. And we'll go. Do you guys know the Straight Red Card channel? Do you want me to put the link there in the chat? I can put the link in the chat if you guys want to. We're going to go to the Straight Red Card channel. Let me actually get their link and put it in the chat for y'all so y'all can go see me with Derek and Brett. Share copy. I'll put the link here, there in the chat. There it is. The link's in the chat. The Straight Red Card. We're going to go there to the Straight Red Card so we can go talk about this game a little bit. Look, I'm going to end the stream here. I think I've done enough. We won 5-0. It's probably nothing else will happen in this game. Once again, if you want to enter the auction, it ends tomorrow. It's now at $176. The Tactical Manager TST 69 jersey, one of a kind. There's no other. Link for the auction is in the description, and it ends tomorrow, the auction, okay? And this stream is brought to you by NordVPN. If you want the special offer, the link will be in the description of this video. And remember to subscribe to Chappelle Football because we will be doing Club World Cup streams there and here at Tactical Manager TV. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring this stream. The United States finally got a win. We snapped the 4-game losing streak. Now let's go to the Straight Red Card, kind of celebrate, enjoy, and talk about this game a little bit. All right, see you guys soon. Ciao.